Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Smokes. Welcome back to Smokes World. Give me the dap. Hey, we back at it, my guys. Bro. I'm in a dope ass place right now. If you look behind me, you see that big old logo right there. It says JS Studios. We are in the infamous JS Studios here in Odessa, Texas. And right to the left of me, or like if you're looking from the camera to your right, we got the homeboy Jeremy. He is the CEO of JS Studios. He's an audio engineer. He's a producer. He's just a badass, and he's a fucking fighter. He's a fucking MMA and shit, bro. He's everything, bro. How are you doing?
Good, man. Nice to get this done. You know what I mean? Sit down.
Finally made it, bro. I think we've talked about it a few times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been a while.
I honestly didn't think I was ready yet. You know what I mean? So now I feel like I'm ready, and I think this conversation it was needed and shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you here, bro. Like let's start off with this. First, how is the family?
Good. Great.
Everybody's good?
Yeah.
Kids,
great.
wife?
Healthy. Everything's good. How about you? How's your boy?
Oh man, he's great, bro. Thank you for asking. Yeah, man, he's good, bro. He's if you were to look at him right now, you wouldn't think nothing ever happened to him.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? He recovered 100%. It was a horrible accident, and the only thing we can do is learn from it.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my boy's doing good, man. Yeah, but your family's doing good. I'm glad to hear that, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
So talking about your family. How was your family growing up? Your intermediate family, your mom, dad, your kid, your brothers, siblings, stuff like that.
Great. We're real close. Not as close as we were before when I was growing up, but I want to say we were really close. My mom was strict. We lived out in Gardendale pretty much my whole life. And
from Gardendale?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we lived out in the country.
Super small town, bro.
Yeah.
If you blink, you miss it. So you grew up in Gardendale. That's cool.
Yeah. But I came to school here, Odessa, everything, went to Permian, all that good stuff. But yeah, no, we're a really close family. My mom, like I said, was strict. She didn't let us really go hang out with our friends or do things like that. We were really strict on working, and that's about it. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's crazy because it shows. Every time I see this guy, he's busy and shit. Like he's on the phone. He's like, "Oh, hold up, real quick. This and that." You know what I mean? He's a busy guy. Just it took us like 30 minutes just to sit him down to get this interview done. He's on the phone. You had to go, but it's all good. It's all good. You're a busy man. You're doing a lot of things. But would you say like y'all grew up so real conservative, like real like Christian like, or was your mom and dad just?
No, yeah, my mom's Catholic. We were all raised Catholic. We all went through catechism. We did everything Catholic with the church. My mom helped with the church. She was the coordinator for the church. She did a lot of things in the church, and so we're brought up that way.
So are you still Catholic? You're still?
I'm Christian now. So
it's this. Catholics are Christian, but you're not a Catholic.
Yeah. I'm not I don't go to a Catholic church.
Okay.
I go to Stonegate non-denominational church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How's that? That works better for you, for your family?
Yeah. It's different. There's a lot of differences there that I never knew about until I got out of Catholicism and went to a non-denominational church. It's completely different.
How did your mom and dad feel about that?
They really didn't say much.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we still read the Bible. We still abide by those rules. We still.
They're like, as long as you believe in God and not the enemy.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're good with that.
It's like, yeah. So.
Well, that's cool.
Not too big on that.
Well, that's cool because there's lots of Christians out there that aren't accepting of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah,
that happens.
But that's in every religion. That's not just Christianity and stuff like that. So you say you grew up in Gardendale most of your life, right? So when did you move to Odessa? You're living here now, right?
Yeah. I live here in Odessa now. Me and my family, we have a house here. I've probably been staying in Odessa now probably about 10 years, something like that.
10 years.
10, 11
How old are you?
years. I'm 31.
31?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, this motherfucker's young as fuck doing all this shit. I'm 34. I thought you were like I'm not saying you look my age, but like from like your success and the things that you're doing, I thought you were a little older, a little white, because you're wise and shit.
I appreciate that.
So I thought you were like my age, bro. You're 3 years younger than me, motherfucker, bro. Fuck, let's end this interview right now, bro. No, I'm playing. Well, that's cool, man. Still, you're young, man, and you got a big ass fucking record label, bro. I think everybody wants to know that, but we're gonna wait for that. Let's build up to it. So, you said you went to high school here in Odessa.
Yeah.
At what age how old were you when you started getting into music?
I would say I was probably around 14 years old. Probably 13, 14, something like that.
Okay, and then what were you doing?
Me and my brothers, Justin, he had been here for a while. He's in Dallas now. He got a job up there and stuff, so
how is Justin,
good.
man?
He's good. He
messages me all the time and shit.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's good, man. He's just doing his own thing in Dallas, which is good. I'm super happy for him and hope the best, you know.
So what happened with that? Why did he leave?
He just got good opportunities over there, you know what I mean, and he hadn't been around the studio as much and stuff, so it was just a good move for him, you know. He's a great person, and I'm really glad that he got that opportunity over there. So yeah, that's where he's at.
Okay, let's go back to him.
Yeah, so him and my older brother, they had started rapping or stuff, you know what I mean? That was back when like Chameleonaire and Houston rap was popping, Mike Jones and Paul Wall and all that.
Yeah.
And so we'd be at my house. They would come and they would start working on music, and I would just sit there and watch and sit there and see what they're doing and learn. And then I just picked it up on my own and started just working on different DAWs, working in different producing software, which back then you didn't have a whole lot to choose from. And you didn't really have YouTube to go online and look
and learn
anything.
tutorials, right?
Yeah.
Back in the days, bro. So you're a young teenager going through the headache of figuring out fucking software and shit, bro.
Exactly, yeah. That's exactly what it was.
I look at it now, bro. I try to like do what I do, but the only things that I know how to do is like EQ and compression. Besides that, I'm fucking lost, bro. That's all I do and shit. But like I could imagine. I can't imagine being that young with no tutorials, no help, and learning it.
And I think what helped was that my mom didn't really have us go out with our friends, let us go out with our friends and things like that. You know what I mean?
So you stayed inside.
So I stayed, yeah. So I was at home, and I didn't have anything else to do besides when we were working or whatever. So I would get on the computer and just be on there nonstop in the DAW for like 6-7 hours, just trying to figure things out on my own. And that's where it came from.
That's so crazy, but that's interesting. That time, who was influencing you though? You had to have some kind of influence, right?
I don't know, not really, because I just liked not even just rap. I like every kind of genre of music, and that's what I do. That's what this is about, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
The label, we're not just we don't just do rap. We don't just do R&B. We do country, rock, norteño, everything, you know what I mean? From Spanish music to country music to rap to everything, you know what I mean? So
at that young age, you were all into all music.
Yeah, I would just listen to anything that came out or anything that I could listen to, I listened to it. And I like all types of music, you know.
But who's the person that said here, do this? I mean, you should do this. You just came up with it on your own? You just said, I want to make music?
Yeah. I mean, watching them. Justin had a big. He was always pushing music and everything like that. So I watched him do it, and then he moved away from our house because my mom had adopted Justin.
That's what I wanted to ask you about too. Because I remember you told me that one time. I was like, "Hey, I want to get that on the interview, bro." Remember I told you when me and Javi were here.
Yeah.
When me and Javi and brother Jake did the podcast here and shit.
Yeah. Justin.
So
Justin
how did she adopt him? Like,
Well, it was like he came to my older brother brought him to the house one day, and he never left. No, my mom's just a good-hearted person and saw the best in him and knew that she could help him do better in school and things. He was struggling in school.
So he was like he wasn't with a very good family that cared for him.
No, yeah, they did care for him. I'm not gonna say that his mom cared for him and stuff like that, but he was just going through tough times in his childhood and stuff. Yeah, so, but yeah, in order for him to go to high school, he had to get adopted to go to school.
So he wasn't going to school, and so she decided.
No, he was. But he was like just not on the right path of what he should have been.
So your mom intervened.
Yeah.
Got him back in school.
Yeah.
And he started doing better?
Yeah. He started doing good. Yeah, she's strict. She's strict, man. Sure.
So she was like, "Oh fuck, I gonna make her mad."
Oh yeah. She
Justin said something about, he was telling us last time, he was joking. He said, "Yeah, I ate one good dinner from your mother, and I stayed there forever."
Yeah.
She said she was a good cook.
Oh yeah, definitely. She really is. She's a great cook.
That's crazy. So you started at that young age. Fast forward, did you go to college and all that? You graduated?
Yeah. Well, obviously I graduated, and then I got into oil field trying to make money. My parents always worked hard for what they had. My dad always worked like 2-3 jobs. Damn. And still barely getting by from that because I have a lot of siblings.
How much is it?
So it's 5 of us. Damn. But I was a triplet. So yeah,
what?
yeah.
You're a fucking triplet?
Yeah, man.
Identical?
No, my 2 other brothers were identical, and I'm fraternal.
What?
So yeah, one of my twin brothers passed away, but they were identical. Yeah.
They started to hear that.
Yeah. No, it happens.
At a young age?
Yeah, at a young age. But then he was healthier than both of us, so it's crazy how it happened. But it happened all of a sudden. Crib death. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So his identical twin passed away.
Yeah.
He grew up without him. Mm-hmm. Damn, that's wild as fuck.
But yeah, so yeah, if you see my twin, they don't know we're twins. Nothing alike. No. Different. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
That's crazy as fuck. So.
And then 2, a younger brother, older brother, and then a sister. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, a bunch of kids, man. I was in a family of 4 kids. 2 boys, 2 girls and shit. We were a handful for my mother and shit. I had crazy times when I was little. I miss that though. I miss being with my siblings all the damn time and shit, man. We used to play all kinds of games and shit. So you graduate and try to do the oil field thing, and then were you doing music during the oil field thing?
Yeah. I've always been doing music, but I was just always low key in music because I didn't feel like it was my time to come out. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever think I'm better than nobody or anything. I never started this because I thought I was better than anybody. And when I would make music, it was just out of the pure joy of making music. You know what I mean? It was never like, I'm gonna hit it, I'm gonna get a hit and become famous. You know what I mean, or blow up. Yeah, that was never the reason. Just doing the music because you loved it. It was just because I liked making music. I liked making something that sounded different. That wasn't like you hear. And back then, I was making a lot of music that people didn't understand. But now you hear a lot of those sounds that I was using in modern times. So it's crazy.
So you're ahead of your time, bro?
At that time, I would say I was.
Really?
Yeah. I would say so, yeah.
That's crazy as fuck, bro. Good, I mean, I've heard you're very talented making music and shit. You got an ear.
Appreciate it.
I've heard you got a great ear and shit. So you went to the oil fields. So now we're up to the point where JS Studios is a thing, right? So I'm chilling one day, bro. And Javi the Prophet calls me because we had an interview. This one I used to podcast in my fucking trailer, my mobile home.
Yeah.
Had a room. We used to smoke and fucking podcast, bro. And I had some legendary times in there, by the way. But my house burns down.
Yeah.
And then my footage gets lost that we had of him. And it was a fucking classic interview, bro. God damn, man.
Especially knowing Javi, man. He's hilarious.
Today's,
I like the shit out of Javi.
Yeah, to this day, man, I was like, man, I can't believe that happened. Javi's a great dude, yeah. So Javi, being the good guy that he is, he calls me and he sends me a video of the studio.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is that? I was like, where the fuck is that? That's not an Odessa, bro. He's like, yeah, it's right in Odessa, bro. I'm like, no fucking way is that studio. So I'm like, there's this place called JS Studios. This guy Jeremy and shit out. I walk in, I do a podcast here, and I'm like happy as fuck. I'm like a kid in a fucking candy store, bro. And it's this big, huge place, and I'm thinking like we're all fucking famous and shit. And then here comes in Jeremy. I met him for the first time, shook his hand, and you know the rest is history and shit.
Yeah, man.
What were you at this whole time? You came out of nowhere and you came in with a bang.
Yeah, man. How it started really was me and my brother, we were doing automation, programming, writing programs from scratch for the whole field.
Okay.
And we started a company, and it was called JS Automation. So we did that. We did really well. We everything's going good. Everything's great. And I sat down with my wife and I told her, I was like, I'm thinking about doing music again, but doing it right, like opening a studio. And also before that though, I want to bring it up because it's important. Ricky, he's a really good friend of mine from TSA, Ricky Dane. Me, him, and Thule, TX Thule. Everybody knows him as TX Thule now.
Okay, yeah.
But we're really good friends. We went back. We've known each other for about 6-7 years, you know, maybe longer. And I would make music with them back in the day, being in Ricky's backyard, making beats and stuff like that. Yeah. Sound wave hits it disperses in a specific pattern, you know what I mean?
Holy shit.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna show a little clip of that, so that's a little cool lesson for y'all. This is the big time shit in this motherfucker, bro. This studio's awesome as fuck. So now you got the record label up and running. Mm-hmm. Now you got some sort of a team, right? You got your brother helping you and a couple other people making beats and stuff like that.
Justin?
Yeah, Justin, right?
Yeah, he helped for a while, and then probably this whole past year, he really hasn't been here.
Yeah, so I'm talking about the very beginning though.
At the very beginning. Yeah, he was in here helping. He helped me with a lot of the equipment, like talking to him about it. He helped build the computer. He did all of that. So I would ask him like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And he would let me know, and then we'd get the equipment or whatever. Or I would give him the money or whatever, and then he'd get the equipment. So
gotcha.
That's kind of how that worked. Too.
Okay. So now you got the record label, you got it running, the computer stuff, everything. Now you gotta start signing people?
Well, no, that's not how it worked, actually.
You signed people before already?
No.
Oh, okay.
I never even planned on having a record label.
You were just gonna be a studio?
Yeah, this was just, no, and not even that. It was to an extent where I was working still, right? And I was still planning on running running JS Automation. So I was gonna still keep doing that and not stop. So this was more of a thing of something I just wanted to do. I love to make music. I wasn't planning on opening really to the public, really, or starting a record label or any of that. That was never on my mind. So I just wanted to come in here and make music. That was it. Yeah, that was literally it.
God, you must have got paid really good from that company, bro. This motherfucker got a badass fucking office, a spot in Bank of America in Odessa, bro. It's dope. It's nice. So how did it turn into that, to what it is now?
Really, what really started it was the record label, especially was meeting Aquila.
Okay.
So he came in, and it was before I had anything running. It was all pretty clean in here. There was not as much equipment and things, and then he walked in and was like, we talked, and I really liked him a lot, like the way he carried himself, the way he presented himself, and the music that he made. He started showing me music, and I was like, man, this is some good stuff, man. This is really good music. And then directly after that, we started talking more, and we would just sit in here till like 5 o'clock in the morning working on music, just whatever we felt like making, just all night, just me and Aquila all the time. We'd work on music, then go to Whataburger, get a breakfast burger, and go to the house. That was kind of so
kind of sounds like fun, bro. Hell yeah, make music all night, get breakfast and shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aquila. I need to get him on a podcast. That would be interesting.
No, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so y'all started doing all right.
Yeah. So we went from that. I was just making music together, and then I don't know how it ever came up to start a label, but somehow me and him just started talking about it and about just music in general and like what we could do and where his mind was at, where my mind was at, and we just got really close, like extremely close. And then one day I'm signing him to the label. Yeah, so that's pretty much
that's how it went. I started signing more artists and said, well, where did the other artists come from?
Yeah, man, I had a few other people that I was working with quite a bit, and to me it was never about how many views you had or how many if you had any plaques or anything like that. It's never been that for me. It's just not even you do have to be talented, obviously, but it was more of me having a relationship with you that's like, man, I really vibe off that person. Like, that person's cool as hell, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
gotcha.
Because there's one thing with working with people that you don't really have to work with that are just basically not good people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like working with genuine people that are just, their heart's in the right place. So that's what I look at.
And you can go a longer way with that, with knowing their core.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And their intentions and loyalty, things like that. That's what I look at more than anything. But obviously, we have a pretty stacked team, of people. So it's going well, man.
That's dope as fuck, good. Bro. Yeah. I seen. You recently signed my homie Big Mike.
Yeah, Big Mike, man.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, did not see that coming.
No.
Did not see it coming. Big Mike's a talented motherfucker, bro. Like that, I was just thrown off. I was like, what? That is so fucking dope, because Big Mike, that motherfucker makes hits so easy, bro. Like shit that can get the masses like tuned in because of his unique voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He does have that, and like every time I've seen him fucking perform, the whole crowd's like zoned in because his voice is so powerful, bro. It comes out good to those speakers and shit. You know what I mean? So like it draws people's attention immediately. So when I seen that, I was like thrown, because I didn't like, the matchup was weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But really, there's no other fucking record labels right now like there used to be back then. So it threw me off, and I was like, man, that I was so happy for Big Mike. So how did that happen, bro? How the fuck?
Yeah.
Big Mike just ended up in this motherfucker.
You know what? He was really good friends with my older brother, and before I even opened the studio, he had reached out to me and was like, hey man, how much for mixing, mastering, things like that? And he's like, I do everything at home and everything like that. You just want to know. And I was like, all right, well, let me finish setting everything up and stuff, and then I'll get you in here. And but every time I'd see him on Facebook or whatever, he'd message me or anything like that. He's always like, I could tell where his heart was at, and like he really genuinely loved making music. You know what I mean? And then one day, what happened? We were somewhere. We were at a show. Because I'd pop out and go and check out other people's shows and stuff.
Yeah,
you know
I've seen you a couple times.
Yeah, just to go show love. You know what I mean? And he was there. He was outside. He's like, hey man, how's it going, man? And all this stuff. And we were just sitting there chopping it up. He's like, I'm gonna send you some of these tracks. Let me know what you think. And I was like, all right, brother, I'll check them out. And so we after that, he came to the studio, and then we just started. He wanted to start working on an album, and he wanted me to produce the album for him. So that's how it happened. We started working together. I started making his beats. He'd come in here, and I'd start making him a beat from scratch. You know what I mean? and then from there on, I could tell like he's a great artist, and he loves what he does, and he puts everything into it. You know what I mean? So the rest is history.
That's dope as fuck, bro. I like that, bro. Fucking Big Mike, shout out to you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
doing
shout
your
out
shit.
Big Mike.
So what's your plan? Like, how are you gonna push these artists that you got for the label? Like, are you gonna make things happen for these guys? Or they gotta step up and they gotta fucking push? Like, what's the plan?
It's both. It's a lot. Yeah, I do have a lot going on, and there's been a little hiccup in the past month or so, maybe 2, where we've been kind of stagnant. But I'm trying to align things in place to where I don't have to focus on everything, because that's what I did, especially starting this and everything. I was trying to do too much. Mm-hmm. So like we had the Chopping It Up show, we had the JSMRs, we had all these music videos, all these recording on top of that. We shoot all our own stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? We do literally everything in-house.
Yeah.
And all these shows, I'm producing the sounds or whatever for them, and I'm setting up the cameras, setting up the lighting, doing all of that too. And not only that, I'll be back here writing songs for the artists or with artists or whatever, then producing it and then recording it, mixing it, and all that. You know what I mean?
Damn. So it's like, hard to get your time sometimes. You got so much you tend to.
Yeah, exactly. So now that's what I'm kind of doing, is finding the right people to get in the right place, fill in those little spots, you know what I mean?
Before you signed the artist, did you have a plan? Was that your plan, to try to do everything yourself?
No, it wasn't ever just me doing everything. I never thought of that either, but it's really just building a strong foundation of people, you know what I mean? And that's everything. That can make you successful. You can't do everything on your own. Yeah. There's a lot of people that do, and hats off to them for sure, but it's lonely at the top, you know what I mean? It can be. Yeah. But when you have a good strong team of people that genuinely care about you and that want to see everybody do good, then you're on that's the key to success, you know what I mean? And that's how it works.
I see that. So, you think the artists need to step up and push for the label as well?
I mean, yeah, it's a team effort. Yeah. Like everybody has to push one another.
Yeah.
Like, it can't just be about one person. It can't just be about one show. It can't just be about one person's video. It has to be about everybody. You know what I mean? So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So what's the whole purpose of JS Studios for the next 5 years, bro? Like, what do you want to accomplish in that time?
Man.
He's like the whole fucking world.
Well, we're starting here, but yeah. I want to see everybody succeed. I mean, granted, anybody wants that for their label or for their team, you know what I mean? But that's mainly it. I want to see every single one of the people we have on our roster succeed. And sometimes we're focusing maybe too much in one person, but sometimes that's necessary to make everybody successful. But it's just, you got to put in your work too, you know what I mean? So everybody just got to work together. That's the only way it's going to work. And we can all be successful at the same time.
Have you had anybody leave the record label?
Kinda, not leave, but yeah.
We booked it.
Yeah. not necessarily leave, but
like an artist.
It's just a situation. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a whole situation I don't want to get into.
All right.
But yeah, it's happened.
Okay, it's gonna happen, bro.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
Bro,
gonna happen.
like I've never had my own record label, but I've tried several times to bring groups of people together, right?
Right.
To create together and do things together, and it always falls apart. You know what I mean? So that's why you see me by myself doing these goddamn interviews. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the only person you can rely on is yourself.
Right.
It's not you can build once you build a group, and some of those people realize that you can't do everything for them. Boom, bro, it's over, just like that.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck, bro. If you're not doing for them what they want you to do, they don't give a fuck. They're out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't want to fucking put the fucking work in. They don't want to make the sacrifices. They want you to make the sacrifices. They want, subconsciously, this is what they're thinking and how they're feeling this shit, bro, for real. So that's why it's always been hard for me to bring groups together. There's like so many examples I could use that we've had groups before in Middle and Odessa. We've had, lots of people come together and it always falls apart and shit. So I imagine it's very fucking hard to do it, bro. How do you maintain that and dealing with your life? And do you still have a day job? Do you still have like another business?
I just started working about a month ago. Yeah, about a month now.
You do that, run this, and you're fighting too, right?
Yeah.
And you got a family.
BKFC. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Bare knuckle.
Doing bare knuckle fights?
Yeah,
you crazy motherfucker. You don't look like a bare knuckle guy. Kind of guy.
Yeah, if you look at my fists, I do. They're torn up.
Christ. Yeah, there's some real knockers right there. Some hammers right there, bro. How did you get into that? To fighting?
It's a crazy story, actually. Me and Leonard Garcia became really good friends, and he's a legend. And,
if you don't know, tell him.
Yeah. If you don't know who he is, you need to go check him out. But he was he's successful in UFC, MMA. He was in Ultimate Fighter TV show, and he just did really great. Everybody loved to see him fight, because he just went at it. He didn't give a shit who it was. He would just go to town, man. So people love that. And then a few years back, I would go to his store. He's a general manager general manager of Automation X. He owns his own store out here on the west side.
West Odessa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I would go in to get parts for automation, and that's how we became friends. We talked all the time, and then this whole BKFC thing came up out of nowhere, and he was like, "Hey man, I've heard you're a great boxer. Like, a lot of people have told me you can box really well, and your dad's a great boxer." I was like, yeah. He's like, well.
Also, your dad box too?
Yeah, my dad's crazy, man. He'll come in here and box right now.
Hell no, man. Tell him, Don, chill, cool. Go, everybody.
Yeah, he'll box you smoking a cigarette, man. And he'll go about 20 rounds too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
I boxed for 2 years. I boxed for Midtown Soldiers in Midland, Texas.
Okay.
Boxing club over there, and it was
cool.
I did it for mostly working out. I sparred a lot, but never had an actual fight. But it was fun as fuck. You don't ever lose those skills after you train so hard, because they train you to fuck. It's all about like muscle memory and shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's about like now I jab. Before that I could never jab. I just used punch like crazy. But now I know how to jab and keep my weight on my right foot and do a solid punch now, and I'll never forget that. So it's dope. Like I always I used to tell my homies all the time, even if you don't want to fight professionally or fight, even amateur, it's a good workout.
Yeah.
Boxing is dope.
Oh,
bro.
Yeah, man. It really is. It got me in shape quick, man.
So he said that you're a dope boxer. He heard that you're a dope boxer. Your dad was a dope boxer. And he wanted you to get into bare knuckle.
No, so he was getting ready to fight. They just gave him a contract to fight with BKFC.
Oh, okay.
And that's when he's fighting Julian Lane in Mexico. And I was like, yeah. Well, my dad can't make it. He's always working and stuff. He works 16-hour shifts, so he's nonstop working. And I told him, yeah, well, let's go train. Or he's like, well, let's train together, whatever. So we started training together, and then it just went from there. And we would spar every week. We'd go work out. We'd go run in the morning. We'd go, you know what I mean? We kind of did it all together until his training camp. Then his training camp, he went and stayed and did his whole training camp with his trainers over there, and then had the fight in Mexico with Julian Lane, and he won that fight. And then he had another bare knuckle fight, and then another one after that, and won. And so he's the champion in BKFC, or world champion for that weight class right now.
That's dope as fuck.
Yeah, but he retired on that, and he got inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope as fuck, bro.
Yeah. But
and now you're training with him.
Yeah. And now, that's what happened. He invited me to tryouts, and then ever since then, we've just been going at it and getting ready for a fight.
That's dope as fuck. So you haven't fought bare knuckle yet?
No,
you're training
I haven't.
for it. Mm-hmm. But so you've done plenty of boxing fights?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was in your younger years?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
Fighting. Well, not even that, because even when I was younger, my mom didn't let us do any sports at all.
Well, you had to wait till
I had to wait out of high school. Like, so maybe about 17, 18 years old, that's when I started boxing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I started late, man, so I had to work harder than everybody else. You know.
Hell yeah, you had a lot of catching up to do.
A lot.
Those boxers start when they're 12. When I was in their training, there was 12-year-olds that could punch harder than me, bro.
Yeah.
I was in sports my whole life, bro.
Yeah.
I played basketball. I played baseball was my big thing. I was good at baseball. I was a ball player.
Yeah.
All-star for Little League and Pony. But I played baseball, basketball, football. I did it all, man. I think sports is good, and all my kids are in sports. All of them play. Even my baby girl and my son, he's gonna have to wait a couple years because his injury.
Yeah.
But he was telling me the other day, like, Daddy, I'm gonna play baseball for spring for next spring. I was like, nah, boy, you can't. You know what I mean? Like, because my daughter was talking about playing, so he was asking why can't he play.
Yeah.
I felt bad as fuck. I was like, damn, boy, you gonna have to wait till little brain of yours heals and shit.
That's good though.
But yeah,
man.
sports is awesome, bro.
Good.
So. But that's crazy. Like, your mom just she put you in a bubble.
Kinda, yeah.
But it helped you.
She'd probably get mad at me for saying that, but
I don't want no heat from your mom. I swear to God, I did not mean that. It worked out.
Yeah.
Because you're successful now, so she must have done something right?
Yeah, she's awesome, man. She really instilled a lot of great things in us and all of my family and my brothers and stuff. So that's one thing you can't ever say. We're not hard workers for sure.
I'm almost done with yourself, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Damn, we could have a part 2. There's so much. I want to ask about your whole boxing shit, bro, but we're not out of time, so I don't want. I'll think it's a whole down path, another path. I love boxing, bro. It's cool. All right, I'm gonna ask people if they want a part 2. So if they say yes, down later on.
Yeah.
For 2 months. All right. Okay.
I'll probably have a fight coming up at that time.
For real?
Oh yeah.
Dude, that you know.
That's why I was in Montana like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because I was up there with Leonard, and I was we cornered Tom Schoaf. Tom Schoaf is second in his weight class right now.
Okay, that's dope as fuck, bro.
That's dope, man.
What was I gonna fucking say? Oh, you're probably gonna have your own people do it. But you should let me get some footage of you, like, getting ready for the fight.
Oh, okay.
Like, let me get my own footage for my podcast.
Like your own. Yeah,
for your interview leading up to the fight.
Yeah. And
I can have, like, before, like, maybe the day before you fight, just get your last thoughts. And then after the fight, get some thoughts from you.
Yeah.
Bro, that'd be so amazing, bro. Yeah. And I know that y'all probably going to want to do it yourselves, but just let me get a little bit of footage, though.
No, I will. No, yeah, because I got a lot of people that are always, like, reaching out for stuff, you know what I mean? So this is actually the first interview I've done.
I know, bro.
I have people hitting me up for interviews a lot.
I know, bro. And when somebody has suggested your name on the Facebook post, I was like, nah, they're really gonna do it, bro. Because I haven't asked you straight up, but I've told you, like, I've been preparing you. Yeah. Like at the last show, I had a couple of drinks. I was like, hey, let's talk about later about getting an interview with you. You know what I mean? Like, not straight up asking you, but like, warning you, letting you know it's gonna happen someday, motherfucker. So I'm really, really glad that you came on, bro. Cause I know you're a busy man, bro. You got a lot going on, bro. And for you to sit down with me for my show, bro, means a lot to me. It means a lot to the brand. Yeah, Thank you so much for the bro. For
sure.
So I have a question for you, bro. I want to get out the way. I'm a bit of a I'm dramatic sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But it's because I'm passionate, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People would tell you I hate hard, but I love harder, bro. You know what I mean? I got a good heart, but I can be all kind of crazy sometimes. But I made a big deal about this shit that happened with Sam. Right? Sam had a whole bunch of. Sam's a guy that we used to work up here with Jeremy, where he used to do podcasts here, right?
Yeah.
So y'all had kind of like hired him to do it, or like asked him, invited him to do it.
We kind of came to an agreement, and then I let him come in, and we did all the streaming and everything. We took care of all of that.
Okay.
And,
so
this what it was.
So that happens. He comes. You know, they made the agreement, and then he goes and has a shitload of interviews with a whole bunch of different artists. And I've already said all this, so I'm gonna cut it short. He does that. One day, he wakes up and all his interviews are erased off of the YouTube channel, except for one or two, right?
I would think so, yeah.
I think there was one or two that were still up, I think. But what happened, bro? And then I had an interview I was supposed to do with him because I wanted answers, and Jeremy had actually messaged me because I made a post, and out of respect for Jeremy, I let him know, yeah, he is coming on the show, and I told you why, and I explained to you, and you're like, all right, oh, can I go up there too?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, Jeremy, bro, that'd be kind of crazy, bro. I don't want to scare little Sam off and shit. So I told Jeremy, you know what? Let me have this interview with Sam, and I'll let you right away you respond. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was gonna be fair about it, but so Sam didn't show up to my interview. I called him out on it, and so what happened?
Yeah. Basically what happened was, he's a good guy, you know what I mean? I never had any issues with him myself personally. He might have had a few issues with some of the people here, you know what I mean, that I had around. But other than that, I didn't really have any issues with him. There's a few things that were said or whatever, and tossed around, you know what I mean? So we just didn't want to be any affiliated with anything, whether if it was true or false. So we just wanted to cut that tie immediately, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Just in case. And I even offered him to come up here and like talk to everybody too, and be like, all right, this is what's going on too. And it's kind of the same thing what happened with you. You just didn't show up. Yeah.
So it makes him look guilty.
So but I never had an issue with him. I thought he was a great guy. We had great conversations, you know what I mean?
He was good. He was good. I told him one time when I was supporting him, you know, now I don't trust him now because what he did to me. But he was good. He had dope conversations.
Yeah,
he was good at being a podcaster. You know, I told him that one time because he had reached out to me one time, like giving me props on what I was doing, and I listened to some of his stuff. I'm like, yeah, right back at you. So he didn't show up. I wanted him to come on my show to talk about what happened. Because I felt it was unfair to the artists that all their videos got erased without being warned. You know what I mean? Even though Jeremy said you warned a couple of them.
Yeah,
but not everybody. Like Jay Mendoza.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, some other artists. But that happens. He doesn't show up. So he doesn't show up to the podcast. I'm like, fuck, me and brother Jake, what are we gonna do now? He was like, we got no fucking guest. We got no fucking controversy to sell, goddammit. We had nothing. So I told Brother Jake, fuck, Brother Jake was like, bro, he needs to come, bro. We went live on Facebook, live on Instagram, calling him out, nothing. So I said, let's do live music reviews.
Yeah.
All right? So we started playing people's music videos. During the actual fucking video, and go on my YouTube. I have it posted, the video, the actual clip. So like a 7-minute clip, bro, and you can actually see me react live to what the fuck just happened. Why I'm doing a live review? I'm about to go to Javi the Prophet's video and review that on camera. Right before I do that, I get a message from fucking Jeremy, and he said, "Hey, Smugs, you might want to review this or check." You said you want to review this for your show,
yeah,
or something like that. And I was like, "What?" And I said, it says 6 feet. I looked at fucking brother Jake like, what the fuck is this, bro? What the fuck is this? And I pushed play and we were just like, oh my god, bro. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, Jeremy. For a second, I thought y'all were gonna diss us, me and brother Jake.
No.
I'm not gonna, cause y'all on the camera you'll see. I say it real quick. Man, you think you're gonna diss us? What the fuck is this 6 feet? Why are you sending me something that's 6 feet? So at first I thought that, but then I saw when the person y'all got to play him and shit, I could tell it was him and with the vape and everything. So I was like, this is, and then Akila's lyrics when he said fell off the loop.
Yeah.
Right when he said that, that's when I was like, oh, I clicked, and then I saw the rest of it. I was like, oh yeah, it's about Akila. I mean, it's about that dude Sam and shit. So y'all made that.
I didn't say it was about him, but
okay, yeah. I mean, but there was some shots towards him.
Yeah.
And at the end of the video, there's a guy that resembled him, that looked just like him, gets dragged out of the studio. And at the end of the video, Jeremy's like a boss like this. He walks away and shit. Well, how did y'all do that so fast? So y'all.
Oh man, yeah, we were on our shit, man, and we still are. We're just not as heavy on posting, you know what I mean? But we have a lot of stuff that we're working on that's not out, you know?
Okay.
But that was just like, we're constantly, with all the shows and stuff we have going on, constantly dropping content, you know what I mean? And that's exactly what happened, where Akila had this song, and then I made the beat, and then Akila did finish his verse, and then Thule jumped on it and did his verse, and then we're like, hey, let's shoot a video. Shot a video for it and dropped it. Yeah.
Man, that one video got y'all like a shitload of subscribers and shit. I noticed your subscriber count overnight like doubled from that video. From that one video. Cause I seen y'all's account. I saw it. It was like 500. The next day it was 1,000 and shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
I think it took a little bit longer to build, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I know y'all got a lot of subscribers off of that.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I paid attention to numbers on everybody.
Yeah.
For interview purposes and shit, bro.
Yeah.
But that was a crazy time. You know what I mean? I wanted to mention it to y'all. I wanted to tell y'all because I told y'all I wasn't gonna leave it alone. So I don't know what you're gonna do with the footage. You know, maybe give it back to the artists and they can do what they want with it.
Yeah, we have it's all on Facebook still.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we would all of our videos stream on Facebook and YouTube, Twitch and YouTube.
And Twitch, okay.
So even on Twitch, it'll be on your Twitch
still on there?
too. Yeah.
Okay, so artists, if y'all got y'all videos,
we just wanted to clean up our YouTube
Facebook
video. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's still all there. It's
cool.
there. But we just wanted even clean. We were still working a lot of bugs out. We're still getting better and better.
Yeah.
Until if you see the last few podcasts we did, they're like really clean and really high quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's what we definitely are gonna bring it back someday. But it's just goes around with that. Like I can't do it by myself. So I'm trying to get together a group of people that are gonna just handle that.
That's cool.
I mean? So
what happened to the barbershop thing?
We're same thing. Just
yeah.
I have my hands in too many things. You know what I mean? I'm working on too many things. It's kind of hard to do that. Then I have to worry about filming that. Then finding a person to come, which I already had a lot lineup of people. Yeah. And then we have one that we still haven't even dropped, and it's a really good one actually. And then a lot of people were loving the little JSMRs that we're doing too.
I like those, bro.
Yeah.
I have ASMR, bro.
Yeah.
So it's crazy now that it's a big thing now. It's exploded back. Do you have ASMR? Like, do you know what it is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like the sounds make you have the tingles in your spine.
Yeah.
It's called. I forgot what the word it stands for. Autonomy, something.
Yeah.
But ASMR is a thing where like sounds like this. That's ASMR. Look, Smoke's ASMR. And makes you have these tingles and makes you fall asleep and shit. Yeah. So when I saw you do that, I was like, that's pretty creative because it's starting to become mainstream now.
Yeah. And people liked it because it was funny, you know what I mean? And we just haven't had time to do it. It's just, everything takes time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then setting up the lighting and editing it, you know what I mean? So
that should put out more content though, even if it's like you fucking editing here or somebody like in the session and shit. You actually get dope footage like that. It keep your shit relevant. Your social media look, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I have been. Well, I was doing it really heavy, and then I kind of laid back. But we're going to. We're just setting a lot of, lining everything up.
Yeah.
Getting the right people where they need to be, and then just hitting it hard after that. You know what I mean? So
that's dope as fuck, bro.
The TikTok has a lot of footage on it.
Oh, really?
TikTok, yeah.
I don't know y'all had a TikTok. No, I just barely made a TikTok.
It's pretty up there. We have a good count on there. Yeah. It's not that old either. It's pretty relevant, and it has a lot of behind the scenes stuff on it. It's some funny.
Fucking know that.
There's some funny content on there, man.
I'm gonna look it up.
If you look at it, there's some funny videos on there.
TikTok is dope, man. Cause I just barely made one, and I put a video. I had a fucking interview with OG Magnum. You know who that is?
Yeah.
The old guy with the cool cars.
He's cool.
I got an interview with him, and he actually just messaged me, and he wants me to interview him next month. But so I put it on TikTok, a little small clip of us, and it got like 500 views immediately.
Like, yeah.
I'm like, TikTok is fucking dope. I'm gonna start putting content in that motherfucker and shit, bro. But real quick. All right, so Jeremy, bro, I got one more question for you, bro. Unfortunately, we have to end this because he has to go train. Okay, guys, this guy's a busy man. I actually got more stuff I wanted to ask him and talk to him about. But if y'all want to do me the favor and go in the comment section and let me know if you want a part 2 to this, because there's so much to talk about. This guy is just full of all kinds of fucking mysteries and shit, bro. You know what I mean? So if y'all want a part 2, like this video and let me know in the comment section that you want to see a part 2 of Jeremy Sauceda from the JS Studios, man. All right, I said your last name right?
Sauceda.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to practice it earlier. I couldn't get it. Like Sauceda or Sauceda. I don't know. Sauceda. So Jeremy, so let me know if y'all want a part 2, bro. I got a question for you, bro. What do you have to say to all the people who doubted you?
Oh man, just nothing much, man. I don't really hold grudges or resentment towards anything or anyone. You know what I mean?
So people who don't believe.
Who don't believe in what?
Don't believe in you, bro. In you.
In me? We'll see what happens next.
If you knew what I know, that's a very dope ass statement right there. He got some big things coming, man. Jeremy, thank you for spending time with me, man. Thank you for answering these questions, bro. The people they've been asking me to bring this about, man. They wanted to see this interview. They wanted questions. I mean, they wanted answers from you, and I provided the questions for that. So thank you so much for doing this, man.
Yes, sir.
All right,
yes,
man.
Sir.
It's nice meeting you. Not meeting you. I met you already, motherfucker. It's nice spending more time with you, getting some knowledge from you, learning about you a little bit more. And learning about the whole entire JS Studio brand, bro. It's been a dope experience, man. I hope y'all liked it. If y'all did like it, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You hit the dislike button, and we're gonna find you. And homeboy right here is gonna bare knuckle you to death and shit, bro. This is your boy Smokes, man. And thank you for tuning in to Smokes World. We out.